Hey guys, welcome back to my channel once again. Kenroy here. Now thank you guys so much for joining me once again. I really appreciate it. Now in my quest to find a greenhouse for my garden, if you remember in my last video, we actually went to pick up one that was being given away for free on Facebook Marketplace. Now obviously I wasn't able to get it all done in time, but since then I've actually gone back and actually got it down. I got my brother to give me a hand. Now it's in my shed downstairs and it's in need of a good clean. Now in the last video I posed a question in the comment as to whether or not I should actually paint this greenhouse. Now I've got a commenter that always watches my videos and always gives such positive responses, so I thought I'd just feature him or her in this week's video by putting their post down below. And yes, I do think that giving this greenhouse a paint job would really bring it to life and hopefully make it look a lot better, something like brand new. Now of course it's used, it's second hand, someone no longer needed it and I'm trying to repurpose or upcycle it so that it can look much better. Now in today's video I'm just going to show you the process of us actually taking the rest of the greenhouse down that I started before, and I also hope to show you the spot or the place where I'm thinking of putting this greenhouse. Just on my way home, believe it or not, to actually drop off the greenhouse. My brother came and gave me a hand, which was super helpful, even though I'd done most of the hard work already, to be fair. He just came and helped me pick it up. I managed to take all 4 pieces down, all 4 pieces of the side down, and somehow fit them in the back of his van, and also the roof as well. Now there were a few bolts that were still a bit tricky. We managed to actually use a chisel and snap it off, which was really helpful. And ideally, if I can actually find replacements, which I'm hoping I will be able to, I'll just replace the entire lot rather than trying to use the old ones that I took off. Now I must admit, this was probably one of the hardest things I've ever disassembled, because you know, it was just so old and rusty. And even though the bolts weren't particularly rusty, they were more corroded because they were made out of aluminium. So yeah, it was just really tricky. People who I went to collect it from were actually property investors, and they recently bought this property. As I got to know them a bit more, they bought the property and they're currently renovating it. I think they're planning on putting an extension at the back to make it a more bigger open plan kitchen. So that was pretty nice to see. I got to chat with them for a little bit, which was pretty great. Just giving me more encouragement really of one day becoming a property investor myself. But for the time being, just got to keep on saving, keep on pushing forward to those goals, and you know, let's see what the future may hold. So the car at the moment is actually full to the brim with the glass which I took out of the greenhouse. I was really wondering how on earth I was going to get all of this glass home, and you know, funnily enough, when I put the back seats of the car down, it actually fits exactly to literally within like a centimeter, so it's almost as if it was made to carry these pieces of glass. But I do think that there's an actual lesson in this when it comes to life, because sometimes that's what it takes in order for you to achieve and to get ahead. You know, you've got to make those sacrifices in order to move forward when others are sleeping and lying around doing nothing, wasting time, you know, admittedly, or perhaps spending their time doing other things. You know, I can't be too cruel and too unkind. There's nothing wrong with lying in bed and spending time with family, of course. But the point I'm trying to make is, you know, when others are doing other things, being less productive, You know, if you can devote some of your time and energy into making your time more worthwhile and actually trying to achieve some of your goals in life, then ultimately you'll be more successful in the long run. I don't actually know who wrote this poem, however, I learned it as a kid going through primary school, and it's always stuck in my head, and it goes a little something like this. Heights of great men reach and kept were not attained by sudden flight. Meanwhile their companions slept, they were toiling upward through the night. You know, that has always resonated with me, to say that, and all it's really saying is that people who achieve great heights and great feats and, you know, get all the accolades, you know, oftentimes we don't see what they've had to do to get there. You know, those late nights, those hard work that they've had to put in. And it, you know, this poem is reminding you that you've got to work hard for what you want to achieve. It's very seldom that you actually reach to where you want to get to without even putting any work in. Anything in life that is worthwhile, you've got to put in hard work to get it. And, you know, I do believe that's a fact. You may disagree with that. You know, I don't think there's an easy way to achieve success. Sometimes it might come a bit easier than it will with others, but ultimately you've got to put in the graft. You might need to get up out your bed and, you know, go and put in that hustle, whether it's to collect an old aluminium frame greenhouse, or perhaps to do a side hustle job to go and clean somebody's garden, or, you know, if you're an electrician and you've got to go and rewire someone's house on your day off. Whatever it is that you need to do in order to get to where you're trying to reach, you know, you've got to decide whether or not that's something that you're willing to do. So yeah, that's just my little advice, my little way of thinking, that yes, I could have gone and spent £400-500 buying this brand new, but if somebody is actually giving it away for free, then I might as well spend the time. I mean, my investment is my time, not my finances, not my money as such. I'm not spending £500. My investment is my time, and my time is valuable, don't get me wrong. However, I'd much rather spend my time than my hard-earned cash. Okay, so I've just arrived home now and about to go and offload all the stuff in the van and get this glass out the car. So yeah, hopefully nothing will break. I managed to make it home. I think they're all in one piece from what I can see. So now we're in autumn, guys, and it's no longer as warm as it used to be. So I'm going to be going out in the garden now, trying to clear this space. Now, the space that I'm going to be putting this in was actually, or is actually, our main flower bed in the garden. So now I'm going to be getting rid of this flower bed and creating a space so that the greenhouse can take up residence there. Now there will be loads that I'll need to do up until that point, but I thought I'd just show you what my vision is and where we're actually thinking of putting the greenhouse. Now don't get it twisted, there's a lot that needs to happen before that point. I need to clean the greenhouse, you know, maybe sand it down, get it washed, replace any broken glass, any broken you know, screws and so on. I need to paint it, and then I need to assemble it, but I also need to create a base where this greenhouse will sit for the remainder of its life. Yeah, so I've got the hats out because, you know, like I said, it's full on autumn season now, and it's actually getting quite cold in the evenings and in the morning, so gotta get the hat on, don't want to catch a chill and all that. So I'll just show you what the actual greenhouse looks like. At the moment I've just got it dumped in our, get this light on, I've just got it dumped in our shed because it needs a lot of work, and I didn't want to just put it in the garden because it will take up a lot of space at the moment, and I need to clear the area, so just so much to do with not enough time. However, this is what it looks like. Now it's down in 5 main pieces, as you can see here. First piece over here is the roof, which is still in one piece. There's a few screws missing from it, so those will need to be replaced. So you got the front over there with the door, which you can see, and the 2 sides are running across there, which I'm sure you can probably see. Now, like I said, it needs a good clean. I don't know if I can go in a bit closer for you to have a look at it. You know, it needs a good clean, getting some of this moss and cobweb and all kind of stuff that's built up over the years off. So I'm just going to take you out to the garden now and show you where I'm planning on putting it. Got my strawberries getting ready for next season. Now I got these all from Runners, which are basically what strawberries do at the end of the season. You stick them in some soil and yeah, you got some new plants, so tons of strawberry hopefully next year.
Do you want to try that one?
What are you guys doing?
We're playing a game where I'm wearing a blindfold and I have to try and find you.
So just a little proof that I do like gardening. This year I decided to grow some pumpkins and didn't have enough space for it. So this great idea I saw on Pinterest where you could actually grow your pumpkins on the fence. So if anyone's a keen gardener, I highly recommend you give this a shot because it's actually pretty cool. So this space is where I had my flower bed, which every year looks really nice, and it's a great spot, great location for it. But because the greenhouse is quite big, I'm actually thinking, hey, trying to film here.
Alright, take 5 steps forward.
Honestly, trying to be a professional here, and people are playing Marco Polo.
Alright. 2 steps to the right.
That's your left. You two are just as bad as each other. So like I was saying, so I'm planning on putting the greenhouse here. I need to clear this space. So that log that you can see on the floor was actually one of the trees that were in the ground, which I dug out over there somewhere, and I decided to use it as a feature in the garden. So I used it as the hedging for this flower bed, which looks really nice. You can sort of sit on there, especially in early spring before everything sort of just takes over. So the task will be to move all of this stuff here, so all of these plants, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try and see if I can make a flower bed over here. So where this pumpkin is against that fence is where I'm planning on making the new flower bed, so that way it can still get all the sun, because our sunshine actually comes up from sort of over there and then it goes over behind these trees. So most of the morning and the afternoon there's plenty of sun. So yeah, that is the task at hand. So guys, don't be afraid to check out that video. I'll put the link above and it'll show you what we were able to do with very little money, and you know, now we have a great space so we can all come and play and have fun, grow vegetables and just enjoy the outdoors really. So check that video out.
She's so clever, she doesn't even speak. Naomi, alright, just give me one clue.
Hello.
Hello.
Don't move, you know.
Look Abby, look.
Naomi?
Hello.
Okay guys, so that's a wrap for today. This is just a quick video to show you where I'm at the moment in regards to this project that I'm doing. Like I said, it's something that I wanted to do for a very long time, and you know, it seems like the time is finally right to do so. Now I do have a lot of plates at the moment that I'm juggling, so I might not be able to get the next segment of this out for a little while, especially as winter is literally upon us right now. It's getting so much colder as I'm here sitting in the garden. So hopefully I will be able to show you some progress in the near future. But until then guys, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to this channel. I really do appreciate it. We're well over 400 subscribers now, which I'm really grateful for. It's been a year now since I've been on YouTube and I'm absolutely loving this new hobby. It's something that I truly do enjoy, and I hope that as I continue to make these videos that somebody out there like yourself will be watching them. Now I hope that you will find these videos informative, and at the very least you might get a laugh out of them. But regardless, thank you so much for all your support, and like I said, if you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. As always, this is Kenroy saying I'll see you when you see me. Take care. Oh, time to go in because it's absolutely freezing out here.